Hello.
Incompletely flower.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
It's a developing flower. Okay.
Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in the last lectures, what we have completed? 3 conditions and one similar condition. Can anybody give me a quick summary for that? What we have learned in aphorism number 48, 49, 50, 51. Sorry, 50. Up to 50 we have completed, no? What we have learned in that? What are the 3 conditions? What are the 3 dissimilar conditions? Anybody? What happens when the 2 dissimilar diseases are meet together in one organism? Pooja, what happens in that condition when the 2 dissimilar diseases are joined together?
Ma'am, can I say? Pooja Banke ka ma'am. This is meeting together in one human being. It is of equal strength, and older one with a stronger, and new disease is repelled by the older one.
Third, second,
Ma'am, may I?
mention your name.
Tejaswini.
Okay.
When if the old disease is weak and if affected by the new stronger disease, then the old disease gets suspended and the new one will start its course. And when the new disease finishes its course, the old disease comes back.
First, second condition.
Ma'am, ही second conditions होती.
Sorry, third condition. Third one, Alisha.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the third condition?
If both diseases are stronger, older and newer, both are stronger, then they will locate a specific organ or in the skin, like an eternal law in the body, like an internal law of nature. वो ना ही रिपल करेंगे और ना ही सस्पेंड करेंगे, दोनों लोकेट हो जाएंगे, मतलब स्पेसिफिक जगह ले लेंगे इन दी बॉडी, और फिर क्योर होंगे बाद में.
क्योर होगा?
नहीं, मतलब दोनों क्योर नहीं होगा, दोनों लोकेट हो जाएंगे एक दूसरे अलग अलग जगह पे.
And what happen if the 2 similar diseases are made together?
Then they will cure.
Yes, there will be a cure. So, I think we have completed up to aphorism number 52, right?
Yes.
What is given in the aphorism number 52? That is the gist of all these aphorisms. He has given the 2 principal methods. Either you can use the opposite method, or you can give the opposite medicine, or you can give the similar medicine. The 2 methods are mentioned for the cure in the 52 aphorism that we have completed, but we will just take a short recap of that. So here in the 52, Dr. Hahnemann has given the 2 principles of method of cure. So one is, that is the allopathy, that is known as the heteropathic, they are using the opposite medicines for the treatment, and second one is the homeopathy. So the choice is yours whether you want to treat the patient with the opposite medicine or with the similar medicine. So in the allopathy, each opposes to each other. That means the disease and the medicine, they are opposite to each other. Only he who does not know either can hold a delusion that can never approach each other or even become united or make himself ridiculous as a practice at one homeopathically and another allopathically, according to the pleasure of patient, a practice of which may called as a criminal treason against the divine homeopathy. So here he said that they are the two methods. So you either use the allopathy or use the homeopathy. But if you are using the pathy alternately, according to the pleasure of the patient or according to the pleasure of the physician or according to the condition of the patient or nature of the disease, then it is a very much bad thing, or it is a criminal against the divine homeopathy. You stick to one pathy, no problem, because he himself given the two methods of cure, though the cure is not happening in the allopathy, but in cases of emergency we are using the allopathy also, and that's why he said that they are the two principal methods. You don't alternate them. पेशेंट को कभी ये पैथी दी या वो पैथी दी. So you follow the one method and follow that principles. So this is given in the aphorism number 52 that we have completed. Now the aphorism number 53, from that we have to start today. Can anybody read for me aphorism number 53?
What is the meaning of birth?
Ma'am,
Huh.
can I read?
Okay.
Break open or separate
53. The true mild cure takes place only according to the homeopathic method, which, as we have found by experience and deduction, is unquestionably the proper one, which through are the quickest, most certain, and most permanent cures are obtained, since this healing art rests upon an eternal, infallible law of nature. The pure homeopathic healing art is the only correct method, the one possible to human art, the straightest way to cure, as certain as that there is but one straight line between two given points.
Yes, thank you. So in this aphorism, he said that if you are ready to use a particular pathy, suppose you are ready to work with the homeopathy, then he said that this is the true mild cures takes place only according to the homeopathic method, because in the above aphorism he has given the two pathies, and now he said that if you are using the homeopathy, then how it is here, how the cure should be, the cure which is given on the basis of totality of the symptom and on the basis of nature's law of cure, that we have seen from the aphorism number 7 to 25. The law is deducted only on the basis of experience, only on the basis of observations. So there is no question ki whether the cure is permanent or not in the homeopathy. Yes, it is a permanent cure which is obtained, since this healing art is rest upon the eternal infallible law of nature, as this pathy is depend upon the nature's law of cure, and that law is the infallible. That means ये कभी भी नहीं झुकेगा, ये कभी भी इसको कोई भी deny नहीं कर सकता है. This is the indubitable truth है ये, and hence this is the unquestionable, यानी यहाँ पे कोई भी क्वेश्चन भी नहीं कर सकता है कि whether it is a proper one or not. Yes, this pathy is depend upon the experience. The law is deducted on the basis of observation. The people are getting the cure. The cure is quickest, certain, and permanent cure is happening by the homeopathy. And that's why this and speciality is that it is based upon the eternal infallible law of nature. This is based upon the therapeutic law of nature, which is given in the aphorism number 26, and hence he said that this is the proper pathy to cure the patient. The pure homeopathic healing heart is the only correct method. Among the two methods, he preferred the homeopathy as a correct method. The one possible to human art, the straightest way to cure. So this is the possible where the person can take the knowledge from the science and he can apply it on the patient in a straight way. The cure is in a straight way, not in a zigzag way. The patient is not getting any extra symptoms, nothing. As certain as that mere is but one straight line between the two given points. Cure कैसा है? जैसे आप draw करते हो line from one point to another point. Here in the one point there is a disease. If the similar medicines you are giving, if your medicine is based on your path of the cure is based on the 26th aphorism, then it is very much straight as that a line between the 2 points. So first point is a disease and the next point is the cure. In this way it is a straight one. When you are having a proper experience, you are having the proper observation, when you are following the proper laws, then this is that result you will get, and this result only you will get when you are practicing the homeopathy properly. The result you will get in the homeopathy only, not in the allopathy, which is given in the aphorism number 53. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt in the 53, 52?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Can anybody read 54? Anybody?
Ma'am, can I?
एक second. In the 54, he has given about the allopathy now. We have seen about the homeopathy. Now he has given about the allopathy in the 54. Read.
54. The allopathic method of treatment utilizes many things against disease, but usually only improper ones and ruled for ages in different forms called systems. Every one of these following each other from time to time and differing greatly each from other, honored itself with the name of rational medicine.
एक second, na? I will explain this much. So now he has explained about the allopathy. How the cure is happening, or the cure is not happening in their pathy, only the recovery of the patient is there. So what is the way of their treatment is given in the aphorism number 54. So whenever the examiner or in the paper they have asked you to write down the difference between the homeopathy and the allopathy, or if there is a short note only on the allopathy or 10 or 20 mark question on the allopathy, so all these points should be covered. So the word meaning of allopathy should be there. What is their way of treatment? Dissimilar diseases उसमें form होते हैं. So all the conditions should be there, and now these all the explanations. So for the 10 mark questions and the 20 mark questions, all these things are required. So for that you should know the aphorisms कि ये aphorism में क्या दिया है, and for on the basis of that you can write down, because for this pathy there is no philosophy. In the from the Kent you can write down the sick, the highest ideal of cure, causes of disease, totality of the symptoms, but for the modes of treatment or the different type of pathy, for that you have to refer the aphorisms only, and hence you have to learn these aphorisms properly so that you will be able to write down the answers. So here again there is a allopathy way of treatment, or the how they are treating the patient. So how they are treating, the allopathic method of treatment utilizes many things against the disease, not for the disease, but usually only improper ones, and ruled for ages in different forms called systems. They are using their way of treatment. He said that it is improper. It is improper, but still they are using it from the many years, and they call themselves as a system. Though there is no uniformity in them, still they call it as a system. every one of these, yani every physician or every follower of the allopathy following each other from time to time. So generation after generation, they are giving the heterotrophic or the heterogeneous medicine, differing greatly each from the other, honor itself with the name of rational medicine. They are not, we have seen it in the previously also in the footnote, no, in the footnote of the aphorism number I think first or I think for the third footnote we have seen what is a rational medicine. The rational means they are having the fixed principles, they are having a concrete structure how to give the medicine, but they do not have every time it is changes. If one patient has experimented this and he said that XYZ medicine is responsible for the recovery of this type of disease, they will follow that. कुछ टाइम के बाद एक्सपीरियंस आता है कि दैट मेडिसिन इज हैविंग द साइड इफेक्ट, अगेन दे विल नॉट फॉलो दैट एंड दे विल यूज द older medicine. So in this way their theories are ever changing, but still they themselves honored as a rational medicine. But if they want to be a rational, they should have the fixed principles, they should have the fixed medicine as just we are having. हमारा मेट्रिया मेडिका प्यूरा इज 400 years ago वो पहले ही बना है, एंड मेडिसिन जो है उसमें ऐड हो रहे हैं, उसमें कम नहीं हो रहे हैं. बट इन देयर पैथी बहुत सारे मेडिसिन, अभी आप में से जो हॉस्पिटल में काम करते हैं उनको ये पता है कि बहुत सारे जो मेडिसिन होते थे पहले, नाउ वी आर नॉट यूजिंग द डिफरेंट कॉम्बिनेशंस आर कमिंग. अभी कॉम्बिनेशन भी यूज नहीं करते हैं, अ सिंगल मेडिसिन ऑल्सो एलोपैथी भी यूज कर रहे हैं. अभी कुछ महीने पहले उन्होंने कहा है कि कॉम्बिनेशन वाले जो मेडिसिन है वो सब बंद कर दो, बिकॉज दे आर हैविंग द सर्टन साइड इफेक्ट्स. So they are also following the single medicine at a time or the single composition at a time. Though they are having the experience, their observation, but it is ever changing. It is not fixed because they are not having the fixed principle. But still they themselves honored as a rational medicine. हाँ, read.
Yes, ma'am. Every builder of such a system cherished the haughty estimation of himself that he was able to penetrate into the inner nature of life, of the healthy as well as the sick, and clearly to recognize it, and accordingly gave the prescription which noxious matter should be banished from the sick man, and how to banish it in order to restore him to health. All this according to empty assumptions and
Arbitrary.
arbitrary suppositions without honestly questioning nature and listening without prejudice to
Prejudice.
prejudice to the voice of experience. Diseases were held to be conditions that reappear pretty much in the same manner. Most systems gave their source names to their image disease picture and classified them, every system differently. Two medicines were ascribed actions which were supposed to cure these abnormal conditions. Hence,
Okay.
the
एक
numerous
मिनट, that is a footnote है. So they call themselves as a rational medicine, but what actually they are doing? Every builder, that means every follower of the pathy of such a system, cherish the haughty estimation. Haughty means what? Haughty means, what is the literal meaning of haughty? What is the meaning of haughtiness?
arrogantly,
Arrogantly. Anyone else? What is the meaning of that? A medicine for the haughty, a woman who is very much haughty. For that, which medicine we are
proud,
using? Do you know that medicine? What is the meaning of haughty?
proud,
Proud. Then they themselves consider as a rational
better than
medicine.
itself.
They arrogantly they are the superior. That is हम बोलते हैं ना ये खुद को बहुत ग्रेट समझता है, इसको आता जाता तो कुछ है नहीं बट खुद को बहुत ग्रेट समझता है या समझती है. So they are, that is a haughty. So they said that कि we are the superior, we are the masters and all are the inferior. They don't know anything. So that is the haughty estimation. खुद को ही बहुत ज्यादा ग्रेट समझना, खुद को ही बहुत ज्यादा सुपीरियर समझना, बाकी लोगों को कुछ नहीं आता. आई एम द मास्टर इन ऑल द थिंग्स. सो दैट इज द हॉटी एस्टिमेशन. सो दे चेरिश देमसेल्फ. वो खुद को ही ऐसा ही बोलते हैं कि वी आर द सुपीरियर, आवर पैथी इज द सुपीरियर पैथी, ऐसे वो खुद को ही बोलते हैं. दैट ही वॉज एबल टू पेनिट्रेट. वो ऐसे क्यों बोलते हैं? बिकॉज they say that कि they able to penetrate into the inner nature of the life of the healthy as well as the sick, because they consider the material cause of the disease. They said that कि this staphylococcus, streptococcus or the Salmonella typhi or this coronavirus is responsible for this type of diseases. It is responsible for the acute disease. It is responsible for the pharyngitis, laryngitis. It is responsible for the typhoid, and this is responsible for the COVID. And we are having the proof that this virus, this bacteria causes this type of disease, and hence we are able to penetrate inside the life during the health and during the sick. Just see, this virus is not present in the healthy condition. Now it is present, the patient is become sick. So they are giving the reasons like that. And they are able to see the proof by the testing. And hence they say that we are penetrating inside the body. And hence they are having the haughty estimation. Clearly to recognize it and accordingly gave the prescriptions. So they said that clearly we are recognizing कि he is the sick and he is the healthy person, and on the basis of that material cause they are giving the prescription for that noxious matter which make that person sick. So for that bacteria they are giving the antibacterial treatment. For the virus they are giving the antiviral, but it is very difficult to make the medicine against the virus. Antiviral बनाना बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल है because that virus continuously changes its strain. Mutation उसका बहुत fast होता है. So they are giving the different medicines or the antibacterial only for the viruses, but antibiotic cannot work against the viruses, and that's why the cure is not happening. वो सिर्फ अभी जो है कोरोना वायरस वो सिर्फ पैलिएट हो रहा है. It is not cure. टेस्ट जो नेगेटिव आ रही है that means the immunity little bit increases. Externally you are giving the medicines, बट इट इज नॉट अ कंप्लीट क्योर नहीं हो रहा है. वहां पे रिटर्न कभी कभी किसी पेशेंट को सिम्टम्स आ रहे हैं. So this is not the cure. You are only palliating, you are only suppressing that material, that noxious matter, but still they are honored themselves as a rational medicine. And how to banish it in order to restore the health. They know the cause, they know how to remove it from the body and health is restored. All these according to the empty speculation. लेकिन ये जो वो बात कर रहे हैं, they do not have any concrete base for that. Their speculations are empty, their assumptions are empty. Arbitrary suppositions है उनके. Without honestly questioning the nature and listening without prejudice to the voice of experience. They are not getting the lesson from the nature ki two dissimilar diseases if to meet together they never cure with each other. They are not following this pattern. And the second thing is that they are very much prejudiced regarding that medicine. So if they are having the proper diagnosis, then only they are able to give the medicine. So they have to leave this prejudiceness and they have to listen the nature, what is happening in the patient, whether they are giving the proper medicine or not. In that they have to see. In the emergency, yes, we are also following that pathy, but where the emergency is not required, then the heterogeneous medicine, unnecessary intake, this will leads to the or this is not good for the patient. The diseases were held to be a conditions that reappear pretty much same manner. So what is the result of that? The diseases which are treated or the conditions for which the patient is taking the allopathic medicine, it is reappear in the same manner or after the some period of time. Most system gave therefore names their imagined disease picture and classify them every system differently. And they said that पहले आपको ये disease था, now you are having this disease. But वो disease अलग अलग नाम से वो अलग अलग disease treat करते हैं. But when that person come to us, we will find out the mism. अगर सोरा mism suppress हो गया है and if the psychotic manifestations are there, then we will give the medicine first antipsychotic and followed by the antisoric so that the old symptoms will reappear. And if the old symptoms reappear again, then it is a good sign for us. एक सेकंड ना, ये प्रांजलि जवलकर का मैसेज आया है. So the disease condition in their case, they are reappear again because they are only causing the palliation and suppression. But in our case, when the old symptoms reappear again, that is the 12th observation by the kin, so we are happy कि अभी patient ठीक होते जाएगा. Most system gave therefore the names to their imagined disease picture and classified them. Every system differently. So they are giving the they are doing the diagnosis. ये fatty liver है, ये eczema है, but how the fatty liver is developed because of the history of that eczema, it is not treated properly and hence it is transferred to the fatty liver. But they said that नहीं, eczema उसको पहले था, now he is having the fatty liver. But they do not understand कि यही myasm palliation होते 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 now it is in the suppression and that's why that person is having a fatty liver. Two medicines were ascribed the actions which were supposed to cure these abnormal conditions. Hence, the numerous textbooks on the materia medica in their materia medica. So the medicine they are giving on the basis of that diagnosis, and that's why the cure is not there. For the abnormal condition, for that particular abnormal condition, we are not giving the medicine, but we are giving the medicine on the basis of their signs and symptoms. So in this aphorism, he has given about the allopathy. In the previous aphorism, he has given the homeopathy, and in that 52 aphorism, he has given the two ways. Now, in the subsequent aphorism, he has given the benefits and the disadvantages of the each system. So here he said that if you want to follow the allopathic treatment, then it is not a rational medicine. Don't call yourself as a rational system of medicine, because though the followers are treating the patient from many ages, from the many years, but the patient is not getting the care. Everyone following each other, but they honored himself as a rational system of medicine. But this is not a proper system, rational system. Why? Because they said that we are having the proof कि patient healthy था, the patient is having the infection of the noxious material agent, now the patient is sick, and this is that XYZ material thing is responsible for this XYZ disease. We are able to vanish it, but all these things, they are depend upon the empty speculations and the arbitrary suppositions. They have to listen the nature, they have to have the unprejudicedness, then only their system will be the rational system. But what they are doing, they are treating the disease according to their diagnosis. The patient's condition is not cured. The disease is reappear again and again, either in the same form or in a more dangerous form. And hence, this is the disadvantage of using the heteropathic mode of treatment or the allopathic mode of treatment. Understood? Understood or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Now there is a footnote first footnote for the word medicine, rational medicine. As if the establishment of a science based on observation of nature. So he has given here the definition of rational medicine. What is the rational medicine? So it should be a science. It should be based on the observation of nature. It should have a pure experiment. It should have a proper experiment, observation, and experience. It should not be based on the speculations. Scholastic things should be there, then only it is known as a rational medicine. But all these things are not present in their pathy, but still they call themselves as a rational medicine. The second footnote is for the word noxious matter. Up to the most recent time, what is curable in sickness was supposed to be a material. So they consider the cause of the disease as a material that had to be removed, and what is their aim? They want to remove that bacteria, they want to remove that virus which is the cause of the disease from the body. And they said that we are having a proof by doing the pathological examinations, by doing the investigations. It is previously it is present, now it is not present, that means the patient is recovered. But they are not accepting the theory of vital force, and hence they are believing that the material cause is a cause of the disease. But here Hahnemann says that the cause is a dynamic, the morbific agents are the dynamic. You cannot see it. The vital force is dynamic, morbific agents are dynamic, and that's why we have to give the potentized medicine. If the medicine is in a material dose, it will not cure the organism. It will only suppress it. It will only palliate that person. Now the third that footnote is related to the materia medica. To fill the measure of self-infatuation, here we are mix constantly, more indeed. Many different medicines, so-called prescriptions, should be administered frequent and large doses. So to remove that organism from the body, they are giving the massive doses. They are giving the more medicines at a time. They are precious. They say that yes, it has to be given because for these symptoms we have to give the separate medicine. But this will easily destroy the human life. That is, the human life will be in danger, especially so on set on venesections, emetics, purgatives, plaster, fontanellis, and cauterization. So these are the methods by which they are treating the patient. But the Hahnemann said that all these things, though they are medicines, they are giving the medicine one for that particular disease, they are giving the massive doses, but by that they are destroying the human life. So here he has given the certain example: set on venesection, that means a blood letting procedure, say emetics, purgatives, plasters. So they are not useful. They are plasters, it is okay, they are the external applications. But when you are doing the cauterization, when you are doing the venesections, they are very dangerous methods. They are used at that time. Still also these methods are used by the physician, heteropathic physician. So they makes the patient's life in danger. It is not useful for the patient. So in this way, he has given the allopathic mode of treatment and how they call themselves or they honored themselves as a rational medicine. But असल में ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. They are not giving a proper cure to the patient. They are only palliating, they are only suppressing. The diseases are reappear again in a different manner, and ultimately the patient is the patient is a sufferer. Okay, got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
समझ
ma'am.
रहा है?
Yes, ma'am.
सबको? Are you getting or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Only one yes, or one or two yes. What about others?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now 55 aphorism. Who will read? So we have seen the disadvantages of allopathic treatment. Now in the 55,
May I?
he said, ha, read. Read. Don't waste
Soon,
the time.
however, the public became convinced. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, yes, read. Read fast.
Ma'am, can I read?
Read.
Soon, however, the public became convinced that the suffering of the sick increased and heightened with the introduction of every one of these systems and methods of cure, if followed exactly. Long ago, these allopathic physicians would have been left had it not been for the palliative relief obtained at times from empirically discovered remedies whose almost instantaneous
Instantaneous.
flattering action is apparent to the patient, and this to some extent serve to keep up their credit.
Yes. Now he said that now the public is convinced. Public को हमको convince करना है क्या? The sufferings of the sick is increases by using such treatment. The symptoms are increases and they are heightened. इतने height पे वो चले जाते हैं. With the introduction of every one of these system and the method of cure followed exactly. So their symptoms are at the height. They cannot be cured by our medicine. They are increases day by day. Long ago, this allopathic physician would have been left had it had been a palliative relief obtained at times from empirically developed remedies. So बहुत पहले से ही they are using the medicines where the patient is only getting the temporary relief. Empirically, they are getting the remedies, but they do not have a permanent cure. They are only have the palliation. So this is a palliative relief they are giving to the patient. Almost instantaneous flattering action is apparent to the patient. So आपने भी बहुत बार ऑब्जर्व किया होगा कि whenever you are having a fever, if you are taking the paracetamol, after the 30 minutes you will have a sweat, so the fever decreases. But same patient, if he is taking the homeopathic treatment for the fever, if the physician ने अगर उसको belladonna prescribe किया है, so we have to take the belladonna के 4 to 5 doses after 20 minutes or 25 minutes. So it will take at least 1 to 1.5 hours to lower down that temperature. But the difference is that after the 6 hours, by taking the paracetamol, or after the 7 hours,